Simplifying rational functions. These are the following steps to simplify rational functions. Step 1. Factor numerator and denominator. Step 2. Divide out common factors. And step 3. Simplify the rational function. Example number 1. Simplify the given rational function 6x squared y all over 3x y cubed. So we will apply the different steps on simplifying rational functions. Step number 1, we need to factor out the given rational function. So think of the factors of 6. We have 1 times 6 and 2 times 3. We will be choosing the second factors because 3 is common with our denominator. So we write 2 times 3 times, applying your laws of exponents, that x raised to 2 is the same with x times x. Because when you add the exponents, 1 plus 1, that will be equal to 2 times y. And then we also factor our denominator. All over 3 has a factor of 3 times 1, so we will just write 3 times x times y raised to 3 is y times y times y. Step number 2, divide out common factors. So we will just divide our common factors here. And as you can see, we have 3 divided by 3 is equal to 1, so that will be canceled out. X and x, y and y. Step 3, write our simplified form. So we have 2 and x. So that will be 2x all over 2y's, add the exponents, 1 plus 1, y squared. So this is now our simplified form, where the value of our x should not be equal to 0, and the value of our y should also not be equal to 0, so that our rational functions will not be undefined. Example number 2. Simplify the given rational function x squared minus 4x minus 12 all over x squared minus 4. In order for us to simplify the given function, we need to apply our 3 steps. First, we factor our numerator and denominator. This is an example of quadratic term. So we factor these out by writing x over here and then x. Think of factors of 12 that will give you 4 when you add or subtract it. Now let's list down the different factors of 12. We have 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4. Which of these 3 factors of 12 will give you 4 when you add or subtract them? The answer is 2 and 6, so we will put 2 and 6 over here. Now, we will think of the sign that we will use. Since we have negative 12 over here, that means these 2 should be of different signs. We can either choose positive 2 and negative 6, or negative 2 and positive 6. Positive 2 plus negative 6 is negative 4. Negative 2 plus positive 6 is positive 4, which means we will be using these 2 signs. So the factors of our numerator will be x plus 2 times x minus 6. Now we continue factoring out our denominator. think of factors of 4 that will give you 0 when you add or subtract them. So the factors of 4 are 1 times 4, 2 times 2. And obviously, 2 times 2 will give you 0 when you subtract them or add them. Now, let's think of their signs. One should be positive and the other one should be negative because our sign of 4 here is negative. So this will be positive 2 and negative 2. The factors of our denominator will be x plus 2 times x minus 2. Step number 2, we divide out common terms or common factors. So as you can see, our common factors here are x plus 2 and x plus 2, because when you divide them, that will be equal to 1. Now we write the simplified form of our rational function, which is x minus 6 all over x minus 2, where the value of our x should not be equal to negative 2, so that we will not have an undefined term. This is now the simplified form.